Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 692.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to explore the question, is a recession more likely? And that's the question that's on every money manager's mind. Now, officially, a recession is defined as 2 consecutive negative quarters, and it means that we would have negative growth in this quarter and negative growth next quarter. Well, I think the possibility is looking better and better that we might have just that. And the reason is, not only have 8 states as of right now declared states of emergency, and I think others will follow, those 8 being New York, California, Washington State, Florida, Oregon, Utah, Maryland, and Kentucky. But also big events have been canceled, like South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Coachella concerts were canceled here in the desert, but they are rescheduled to October. The parade for St. Patrick's Day was canceled, and the State Department came right out and said, don't take cruises. So there's a lot in the travel industry that's going to be shut down or impacted. And since the U.S. has had the strongest economy in the world, with the U.S. slowing down, that is going to mean a lot of the rest of the world will slow down even more. Now, today, the big news was proposed stimulus from the White House and some potential tax cuts, such as payroll tax cuts, etc. But these are things that Congress must agree on, and I'm not sure that these are things that can happen very quickly. Also, interest rates are looking to be cut another 0.5% to 0.75% by the Federal Reserve. That means that this is already being factored into the bond market, and therefore it's saying it expects the Fed will likely cut rates again at the March 17th or 18th meeting. So the question is, how many businesses will shut down? How many events will be canceled? How much will that impact the GDP? Nobody knows. Nobody knows because we just have to go through this and have to go through time to see how it's all going to turn out. But more and more, people are saying that groups of 1,000, and some people are recommending groups of 500 not even get together in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus. So if that is used as a baseline, then we probably will see a lot more events canceled. And that's not really priced into the stock market yet. You know, the first leg down was really about supply chain disruption. We didn't know who could manufacture, who couldn't manufacture, who could ship, who wasn't able to ship. The second leg down was about the war on oil between OPEC and Russia, wanting to push the price of oil down and get the shale industry out of the oil business. So I think we have one more leg down to go, and that leg is going to be, are we going to have a recession? Because that part really hasn't been priced into the market yet. I mean, this is definitely going to impact profits and earnings, and businesses are going to have slower quarters. They are going to have less profit. It's going to trickle down from the large companies to the very small. And just about everyone's going to feel the impact, I think. So we're not sure how bad it's going to get. That depends on a lot of the details about the coronavirus and how quickly it's spreading, etc. There's lots of different markers and things that are looked at in terms of trying to really wrap their arms around it and get a handle on it. So even if we do have a recession and we do have a fall in GDP for 2 consecutive quarters, here's what we have going for us. We still have some very good news in that our economy was very strong going into this. We had solid profits with many companies. We had a fully employed job situation. We had incredible numbers of new jobs being created. We have trade agreements that have recently been signed and we haven't seen the benefits of from USMCA, Canada, Mexico, also China, Japan, and India. We have lower interest rates. That means more people are going to be refinancing. That means more money in your pocket to spend. And it means financing new homes or new cars or any major purchase is likely to have a lower interest rate. We also have lower energy costs. So businesses that are very energy reliant, that's going to be a savings to them and should go right to their bottom line. So we have some good things supporting the economy when things turn around and when the population gets healthier. We should be able to have a fairly quick turnaround in the stock market once we get some good news or fewer people getting sick or a vaccine or anything that could help with the health of people and to make the ability for people to congregate again together. But pretty much I think we're going to be seeing in this first quarter of 2020 and the second quarter of 2020 be impacted with earnings, which is going to mean there's a repricing of the stock market coming. We haven't seen all of this priced in yet. We don't even know all of how much disruption we're going to have in business, so it's been impossible for the stock market to price it in. The best estimates that people have are going to have to be used until the actual numbers come out. So here's what I know. Somewhere in here is going to be a very attractive buying opportunity. And I still say in the second half of the year, we're going to have some kind of a rip-roaring market, and we'll probably be seeing new highs at that time. When the market started this downward leg, it left a big gap at the top. That means the price jumped down and left an actual space in the chart. And usually when there's a big gap there, the market will go back up and fill in that gap. And I think we will see that in the second half of this year. So is there a recession coming? Well, it's looking more and more likely every day. The question is, how deep of a recession and how long will it last? I think it's pretty certain that we'll see less growth in this first quarter as businesses are canceling things and as conferences and travel and big gatherings are canceled. I think the likelihood is we will see that definitely show up in the first quarter. And then how far into the second quarter is this going to impact everything remains to be seen. So we hope everyone gets healthy and feels better soon. And we'll be watching and reporting into you to give you the latest updates and thoughts about where we are and how deep this recession might actually get. But we'll keep our fingers crossed that we can all get through this and that one day soon life will get back to normal. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the lives that have been affected and people who have been ill and loved ones who have been lost. Now would be a really great time to brush up on anything that you need to know more about in terms of your investing, your asset allocation, things like that by checking out my wealth mentoring library at lindapjones.com/podcasts. There's a search box there and you can look for any topic that you want to know more about. And we have just a few days left of our review contest. There are 25 prizes being given away. 10 of my Wealthy Mindset Blueprint audio sets valued at $197. 10 of my Wealth Heiress books, voted one of the best all-time wealth books by bookauthority.org, and 5 one-on-one wealth mentoring sessions with me. All you need to do is leave a podcast review on iTunes. That will get your name in the drawing one time. Or if you have an Android phone, leave your review on Stitcher.com, STITCHER.com, under the Be Wealthy and Smart podcast. And that will get your name in the drawing one time. And if you've read the Wealth Heiress book, leave a book review on Amazon. That will get your name in the drawing 2 times. Winners will be announced in mid-March. We're coming right up on it, and you have a really good chance of winning something. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.